Peace, love, and happiness. Peace, love, and happiness.
A parade can take on many meanings. It can take on different feelings.
Love.
For me, I'm remembering.
Hopeful.
As varied as the colors in the rainbow flag at the Capitol.
We always do.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh.
This time, Mustafa Fowler would lead off Olympia's Pride Parade.
Love always conquers hate, and I'm a firm believer in that.
As they left the Capitol, he thought about that word over and over.
Love. L-O-V-E. Love.
Mustafa isn't gay, but for him, the colors on the canvas he carried represented unity.
It doesn't matter if a person is trans or gay or queer. We're all humans first.
As he rounded the corner and saw the crowds, he wore his heart on his sleeve.
I'm from Orlando. This is my hometown, and I'm very emotional right now. This is real. Giving up is not an option.
Many along the route felt the same way.
It's our statement of standing tall and saying we are who we are, and it's not okay to discriminate against us.
For many, making statements decades ago just wasn't an option.
I wish I could have.
Roberta Diane will turn 86 soon.
I'm just here as a casual observer, so to speak.
Roberta is an Army veteran and a fan of the poodle skirt.
We don't bark, we don't bite, we don't make a mess on the neighbor's lawn.
Humor was certainly a part of different stories, the different sights that filled Capitol Way Sunday. There were many layers to Pride 2016.
Pride.
Enthusiastic.
Many ways people might describe it.
I can't do it in one word.
I just couldn't come up with one. I just couldn't.
A range of emotions stretched across the country.
Happy Pride!
From Olympia to Orlando.
And our relationships are just as strong and just as contributing to a strong community as any other relationship.
On a holiday, when most businesses go dark, a bright neon sign serves as a beacon for bowlers.
You know, it's been there ever since the bowl's been here.
Playing at Kent Bowl today doesn't cost a single cent.
You can do it!
I thought that was really nice. I only got 3. I'm next now.
It's an offer that sounded good to the Tubbs family.
We bowl and then we go back to the house and have pie.
Behind the scenes at this family business,
it is pretty noisy back here.
The free day comes with a backstory. The reason why Thanksgiving, a day of gratitude,
What size shoes?
is also a day they're open.
That's hard. It's not, yeah, I mean, he's my father. And this was his business for over 50 years.
Her dad, Jack Zabarak.
So he's known in the bowling industry as Zab.
Son Dennis says his father passed away last year.
So it was about 3 weeks before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and I miss him.
Here, they remember the man who left a job at Boeing for bowling. He ran this place for more than 50 years.
Everybody wants to buy this real estate, whether it's for a fitness center, a hotel, or right at the freeway ramp. But he wants the city to have a bowling center. He's turned them away for decades.
Yeah, he was not going to sell. He was not going to sell.
Zab had a business plan he was passionate about.
Well, he wanted to make sure this place stays here, hopefully when I'm long gone.
So I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4 on 1 lane.
His employees knew it, his kids knew it.
Yeah, it's all about family. Yeah.
A family-friendly place is what Zab wanted, and that brings us to today.
He wanted every families to come together and bowl, so on Thanksgiving he gives free bowling.
It was the best way to honor my dad.
For Zab, this is what a perfect game looks like. It's the legacy he wanted to leave. In honor of Zab, in the city of Kent, Natalie Swaby, King 5 News.
Thank you. Good work. Hello.
It all started out
Both signed? Voting?
so upbeat
Woohoo!
at this ballot drop box in Ballard.
There you go. You voted.
As an almost giddy Terry Devendorf greeted voters at the curb.
Is it signed?
You bet.
Perfect.
Thrilled.
Yeah, right.
The King County elections worker told us
There you go. It's a lot.
because his bulging blue bag
Hello.
meant people
Both signed?
were proudly exercising
Good.
their election day right
Take care.
to help choose the next president.
Each tote holds, I believe, about 4,000 votes. You're all set.
And in this Democrat-dominated city, so blue, it helped secure statewide wins year after year. You might say there was little question as to who would win.
It was easy for me to decide for the Democrats.
I know they can be great politicians.
Hillary Clinton got Craig Hebert's vote as well.
Yes, I did. I voted a few days ago.
Though she did have to share the space on his porch balcony in Shoreline.
Who do we got? Oh, we got the most loved man in America right here, Donald Trump.
Oh yeah, it's hilarious.
Some much needed comic relief for his neighbors. Craig hopes
just flat out laughter and comments.
At the end of an election season unlike any we've ever seen.
I mean, everybody's stressed out. It's a really negative campaign. It's really dividing people big time.
So as voters blew off some steam at this presidential-themed boxing class in Wallingford.
We're over it. Everyone's over it. That's what they keep saying.
But you know what? We're going to win.
The state Democratic Party prepped for a quick knockout in this country's first ever female president.
That is something we've needed, you know?
Joseph had just barely finished filling out his ballot when the Clinton campaign was dealt its first blow.
Oh my.
Donald Trump pulled ahead as a group of seniors watched from this retirement community in Queen Anne.
There's going to be some surprises maybe tonight.
Stunned at first by what they were seeing.
I did not think it was going to be this close. I didn't either.
And then Marion Karpal began to worry.
Really depressing. It's depressing.
While back at the Democrats' camp at the downtown Westin,
Let's give them a big round of applause.
a brass band was brought in and tried unsuccessfully to lift the crowd's spirits.
Well, I waited 69 years to see a woman president, so I'm hoping the absentee ballots will come in and they'll still swing it, but I don't know.
I mean, if she were elected tonight, of course, it would make history.
And as one battleground state after another fell in Trump's favor.
Say, I need a drink.
Drowning your sorrows across Seattle.
This is bad.
Became a common theme.
If I'm going to be a dirty girl, or a nasty woman, I'm going to have a nasty martini.
Trump's nasty woman comment during the debates didn't sit well amidst these Clinton supporters.
Just having that as your leader-in-chief is frightening.
And that's why this Irish pub on Capitol Hill for one night had American politics on every screen.
It's a lot like watching the Cubs Game 7 in the World Series, except they didn't give the winner the launch codes.
Explain to me the universe that we live in.
Disbelief for Michael McClain and many others.
Donald J. Trump will become the 45th president of the United States, defeating Hillary Clinton in a campaign unlike anything we've seen in our lifetime.
This is a sarcastic clap.
Soon turned to despair.
Madness.
With the news that Clinton had called Trump to concede.
You've all given me such incredible support.
The victory speech.
We are going to fix our inner cities.
Prompting a very different emotion at this GOP event held in Bellevue.
We won! Yeah!
Where we saw tears of joy.
USA! USA!
Being shed by surprised Republicans.
We did it, man! We did it!
Over the controversial candidate who went from underdog in the polls to president-elect.
How did Donald Trump, one of 16 candidates, win the election? How?
It's a question that ultimately led to election night protests in this liberal city.
Not my president! Not my president!
And a letdown that Hillary Clinton herself addressed on Wednesday.
Donald Trump is going to be our president. We owe him an open mind and the chance to lead.
Consoling words and an important reminder
Through the perilous fight
that perhaps all of us need to hear.
Well, whatever happens, we're Americans.
Heather Graff, King 5 News.
Even before the church assembled his pulpit, Bishop Ray Rogers wore his heart on his sleeve.
It's so important when we begin to speak.
Minnesota, Louisiana, now Dallas.
You ready? You ready to march?
Tensions elsewhere.
It's going to take everybody that you know.
Fueled emotion here.
I got so much burning in the inside.
Caused more than 24 to come to this community center on what would turn out to be an emotional Sunday.
Things like this don't just wash away. It always sets precedents and it goes down in history.
We know there's no failure in you, Father.
This place was already a refuge.
Tomorrow will be even better.
A place where 19-year-old Romel Jack found peace, for instance.
I had an option, either go to church or hang out in the streets, so I chose to come to church.
The Rose Prayer Christian Ministry hopes conversations like this are happening all across the country this week.
All of our lives matter at the end of the day. You know? I'll let it go. We need peace. Lord, you can have. Rehabilitation is not the answer. Violence is not the answer.
Heart bleeds. You know, being a community leader, and you can see, I see the fear.
This one says, please do not kill my mom. This one says, please do not kill my son.
When you don't have the answers, you create some.
Signs can only say so much.
Police lives matter, black lives matter, American lives matter. Amen. All right, let's go.
And a march to a nearby park is just a start.
It's going to take all of us today, Father, to cure this problem in our community.
Marching's cool, but I think the dialogue's more important.
But for those like Romel,
getting high, wasting my life.
This was the start of that dialogue.
Black lives matter, man.
When we come together, we can change a nation by ourselves. You can't turn an eye to death. Death is a loss, and a loss anywhere is a loss everywhere.